Okay, I think we're back with you, and we had a little couple technical issues with the internet connection. Penguins got a couple shots early on in the start of the first period, and as well the North Stars got one shot, no score so far. 13-15 remaining in the game in the first period. That's McMichael there with it for the Stars. Plays it back to his teammate. Pestered there on the forecheck by Charlie Thomas. Thomas gathers the puck and loses it back out to center. That's Galvan. Galvan takes a shot that's blocked out front there by Randalls. Steered low down into the corner. Galvan plays it back around, and Flores is over there, but he gets that puck taken away by Travis Hogan. Hogan plays it up to Bartolome. Bartolome drops it off to Lucian Deering. Deering now with it over in the corner. Plays it out in front, tries to find a teammate out in front. That was Hogan, but they were unable to connect. Randalls momentarily keeps it in, and now there's a little bit of a 2-on-1 break. Yoder there open, but there's going to be a shot stopped there by Hardy. Steered away that 2-on-1 opportunity, and Deering comes away with it out to center ice. Deering enters the zone, takes a shot of his own, and that's knocked away there by the goaltender. Deering once more tries to play it out in front, but that's blocked and played back to the point over to Everett May. May gets a rip shot. It's sitting out in front for Bartolome, but Bartolome is unable to knock in the rebound, and the puck comes out to center, where it will be gathered there by May and steered back in. May skating through the defense. He's got three more to beat. He gets past them. Everett May shot down low, blocked away there by the goaltender. Coming away with it for the Stars momentarily was Park, but he's going to lose it to Mazzola, and Mazzola is going to steer it back down into the offensive zone, but that's taken away there by Park. Drop back over to his teammate and his defenseman as the Penguins go off for a change. Defense changed on the back end of that. Now it's Sadevon. Sadevon with it. Sadevon takes a shot. That's blocked out in front. Glove down there by the North Stars. And played back around to the corner, but kept in there by Ryder McLeod. McLeod looks over his option, winds up for a slap shot, takes it, and that's blocked out in front. Polanski now with it, tries to work out in front. There he gets a shot. That goes through, and it's stopped there by the pad of Kellen Hardy. Zalka now keeps it in. Plays it back to Renwick. Renwick loses it over to Alleman, and Alleman plays it up to Polanski, and Polanski loses to Michael Tracy. Tracy works it through the center zone and tries to split the defense, unable to do so. The North Stars had numbers back. Tracy, but picks it up there at center ice. Going to try one more time. He's got Charlie Thomas on the side. Tracy drops it back to Reckley. Reckley's wide open. Shot tipped out in front by Thomas, but wide. Now back out to Kaidash. Kaidash drops it down to Michael Tracy. Tracy plays the ground and looks out to his point. That's Everett May. May rip shot. That's tipped, and it's out in front, out in that hash mark area, but it's steered away by the North Stars. Reckley with it, and that's taken away there momentarily by McMichael, but kept in there nicely by Charlie Thomas. Thomas tries to get a shot, and that's blocked out in front. Tracy goes for the chase. And Tracy will pick it up, drop it back to Reckley. Reckley gives it to Thomas. Thomas needs to make a move. He's going to go around the net, and he's got two defenders on him, and he's going to lose it there to Park. But Tracy on the forecheck forces the puck to go over into the corner. It's taken away there by the Stars. And tried to keep it in there was Kaidash, but he loses it to Chu, and Chu has May on him. May takes it away, gives it over to Kaidash. Kaidash plays it up to Thomas. Thomas comes in onside, but he loses the puck, and so the Penguins will change their forwards as the North Stars gather the puck in their zone and come out to center ice with Cooper. Cooper swings out wide. He's got May on him, and May forces him down and loses the puck. Randall's now on it. Tries to play the puck, but can't connect with that one. Plays it up to Hogan at the point, and Hogan is able to get the puck out of the zone. Number of players there on the puck. Bartolome has it come off his skate. He tries to come away with it, but he loses it there. It goes back to May. May plays it over to Randalls. Randalls drops it up to Bartolome. Bartolome is going to skate through the defense and lose the puck there in center ice, but it's going to stay in. It's going to go to Bartolome. Bartolome tries to hit Deering, in the middle, but can't connect. And there's a shot there. Hogan takes a shot. Now he's going to go off for a change. Going to complete the line change. Going to bring in Cruz Mazzola for him. Mazzola there on the forecheck. Forces a pass that goes over to McLeod. McLeod dumps it down low and around the boards. Randalls gives chase here. Puck dropped away and lost over to Mazzola. Mazzola drops it back behind the net and chases the rebound. Played up to Sullivan there. Now Randalls with it. Randalls takes a shot and that goes a little bit wide, but Mazzola will gather behind the net, chip it up over to Gavin Robbins, and Robbins loses the puck battle, but it goes to Mazzola, and Mazzola loses it back to Cooper. Cooper ices the puck, and we will have finally a stoppage in play. So a lot of action, a lot of exciting action, especially for the Penguins, keeping the puck in their offensive zone pretty regularly in the early part of this game. 7:44 remaining in the period. Shots on goal favor the visiting Penguins by a score of 9-3. So doing a really good job of keeping control of the puck, keeping the pressure on the North Stars, not really allowing them to do a whole lot with their opportunities, forcing a lot of dumps and a lot of turnovers at center ice. Coming away with it is the North Stars, but lost immediately over to McLeod, and McLeod played it over to Randalls. Randalls tries to throw it down into the offensive zone, but it's taken away. But now that's Gavin Robbins with it. Robbins will take it in onside, and that's going to come back out to Mazzola. Mazzola's going to steer it back in, but lose it to Flores. Flores tries to play it in and loses it back to Mazzola. So a lot of back and forth in the neutral zone here for both teams. Zalka now with it. Plays it over to Griffith. Griffith throws it up to Galvan. Galvan at the blue line drops it over to Fall. Fall takes a shot, and it's blocked out in front, and it's going to be a 3-on-1 break if the Penguins can hurry. Now it's a 3-on-2. They get the extra defender on. Drop back over to May. May rip shot. It's scored! Everett May gets the shot past Laird. Laird had it for a moment, but then it trickled in past the pad, and Everett May is going to have a goal. I believe that's going to come from Charlie Thomas on the assist. Maybe Tracy will have the second one, but it's going to be Everett May on the goal, and the Penguins take a 1-0 lead at 6:43 of the first period. So a really good chance there. The North Stars were changing on the back end of it, and the Penguins took advantage. They came in with some speed, and they had a 3-on-2 break. It started as a 3-on-1 because the defense was changing on the backside of it. They got the defender back on. It turned into a 3-on-2, but Charlie Thomas dropped that puck to May. May let it rip. It was a little bit it was an elevated puck that just went over the pad of Laird and under the glove. He had it momentarily, but only about 80% of that save was made. The last 20% ended up in the net. Penguins maintaining the pressure. That's Tracy. Tries to drop it back to May again, but loses the puck there, and it comes out to center ice. That's Park with it. Park looks over his options, take a wide shot, and that goes similarly wide. May with a good hit there, dislodges the puck, and it's played up to Reckley. Reckley works it out to center ice. Thomas is going to chase it there, and that's dumped in there by the North Stars, but taken away immediately by Alleman. That's Ma with it, drops it back down low. Alleman gives chase again. Alleman now with it. Plays it up to Lucian Deering. Deering chips it up, and he goes off to the races with Polanski. Polanski plays it back, and Hogan knocks him on, dislodges the puck there. They drop it down low, and that's going to go for an icing. No, icing waved off there by the officials. They said either that it could have been played or that it was tipped there at center ice. So the Penguins will gather the puck down in their offensive zone. That's Hogan with it. Gets a shot. That's blocked out high in front. Over to Deering now. Deering button hooks around and loses the puck. That's Polanski with it. Polanski chips it up, tries to hit a streaking Yoder, but they're unable to connect. McLeod gathers the puck there. Good defensive work there by him. Forces a turnover behind the net over to Kaidash. Kaidash works it over to Deering. Deering's got Hogan, but they're unable to connect on that. But Deering's going to gather the puck and come back and give it to Hogan, and Hogan works it out. So back offside. North Stars drop it behind their net. It goes to Kaidash. Bartolome tapping his stick wants the puck, and so Kaidash obliges, gives it right to him, but loses it to Cooper. Cooper plays it back behind the net, given over there to Kaidash. Kaidash plays it over to Bartolome. Bartolome's unable to control it, so Cooper comes away with it for the Stars. Nice hit over there in the corner. Oh, and there's a cross check from behind, and we're going to have a stoppage in play, and the Penguins look like they're going to go on the power play here for a cross check. They may talk it over, and we'll see if there's going to be a man advantage. There will. Yoder's going to go off. 2 minutes for cross-checking from behind, and the Penguins going to take the first power play of the game at 4:08 remaining in the period. Face-off coming low. It's going to be Gavin Robbins against Galvan. Oh, excuse me. They're not going to have a power play. I guess they decided they were going to waive that off. It's going to be 5-on-5, so no cross-checking. Wow, it looked like it was either Cooper or Galvan came in and cross-checked. I believe it was Saadavan square in the neck, and he went down, but they decided not to call that one. And so 5 aside with 3:50 remaining in the period. That's Petty with it. Petty loses it over to Mazzola. Mazzola works it behind the net, and there's a stoppage in play. Not quite sure what the stop is going to be for here. Maybe the puck was frozen on the net. And we'll start over again in the offensive zone. Puck won back there by the Stars. Played up at center ice over to Galvan. Galvan sweeps in. He's wide open, and there's a shot. Steered away by the shoulder of Hardy. He just kind of came in and found an open lane to take a shot, and he hit it up high off the shoulder of Hardy. But Kellen Hardy up to the task. Puck played there to Saadavan. Now to Robbins, and finally over to May. May works it behind his net, finds Mazzola. Mazzola cross-ice pass over to Saadavan. Saadavan now with it at center ice. He's going to come in with it, sweep out to the wide left. Takes a shot, blocked out by the chest there of Laird. Played back to Tracy in the corner. And coming out with it is going to be the Stars. They're going to chip it up, and Reckley's going to keep it in momentarily, and Randall's going to help out a little bit. And eventually the puck comes out over to Michael Tracy. Now they work it back down low into the zone. Reckley's onside. Zalka, cross-ice pass over to Galvan. Galvan gets checked by Tracy there. Pass over to Randall's now to Charlie Thomas. Thomas chips it up over to Tracy. And they're going to be onside. Zalka picks it up. Loose puck in the defensive zone. Plays it over to Oganayan. Oganayan loses it to Tracy. Tracy plays it to Alleman, now to McLeod. And that one's taken away there. Nice active forecheck there by Flores, but he was offside, and so he has to come back and wait again to come back. In the meantime, the Penguins take the puck. That's Reckley there. And they're going to need to come out of the zone. That's going to be offside. McLeod skated in just a little bit too early there on that opportunity. And so that faceoff will come outside of the zone, and we will have wholesale changes for both teams. It's going to be Deering, Bartolome, and Hogan as your forwards for the Penguins. Alleman and McLeod on defense. Deering wins that back, but it's controlled there by Park for the Stars. And there's a check. There's a good check by Deering. And Deering gets the puck over to Bartolome, who's going to come out of the zone with it. With a little bit of speed, Bartolome now loses control of the puck there at the blue line. And so it comes out, but it's kept in there kept in there by Hogan. Hogan drops it over to McLeod. McLeod sweeps out wide. Shot that's going to go wide. And kept in there at the point by Alleman. Alleman plays it back, tried to work it down low, but it's skated away by Park, and it comes out to Deering. And Deering at center ice plays it over to McLeod. McLeod gives it to Bartolome. Bartolome going to skate it in and hand it over to Deering. Deering now with it, steers it out low, tries to put a feed out in front, and it gets there momentarily, but no one's able to connect on that one. May with a backhand shot and a bunch of action in front of the netminder, and we will have a stoppage in play. So really good offense there for the Penguins. couple good passes, a couple good shots that went on net, and they tried to knock in the garbage goals, but the goaltender Laird, big and strong in net, and keeping that one out from behind that end line. Face-off one there by Gavin Robbins over to Kaidash at the blue line. Robbins, that puck kicked out sideways. He was going for it behind the net, but it kind of kicked out sideways, so he loses it, but it's kept in there by Kaidash. Kaidash plays it over to Saw Davin, and Saw Davin loses it. And so it comes back to center ice for the Stars. Robbins bodies his man off the puck. Now it goes to May. May bounces it off the backboard over to Kaidash. Kaidash gives it to Saw Devin. Saw Devin plays it up to Robbins and loses it away to Yoder, and Yoder keeps it in the zone. But it's steered away back to center ice where McMichael's going to grab it. McMichael tried to hit Yoder out in front, but it's taken away there by the Penguins, and now Gavin Robbins at center ice. He's got two men to beat, and he's got Saw Devin with him. Drops it off for Mazzola. Mazzola chips it up to himself and works it down low. That's Mazzola working down low. Saw Devin has it out in front, but he's unable to find connection on that shot, so he plays it back out to the point to Randalls. Randalls throws it in, and it's gloved down there by McMichael, and it comes back the other way. And that's going to be the end of the first period, and the Penguins are going to take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission. So really good job there by DJHA by controlling pretty much the entire period and doing a really good job coming away victorious in that period by a score of 1-0. Shots on goal, again, favor the Penguins pretty monumentally. It's 14-3 in that mark. So really outworking the Stars and keeping the number on the board, the most important number, the number of goals in their favor. So really good period, I think, for DJHA. We'll take a few moments here, and we will be back for the second period just after a few moments. And we come back to the second period. We switch sides. North Stars controlling the opening faceoff here in the period, but losing it back to Randalls. Randalls gets it up to Charlie Thomas, and Thomas works it up into the offensive zone. Chased there by Reckley. And Flores comes away with it for McKinney. He's going to work the blue line, but Ryder McLeod's there, and he knocks the puck away. Goes over to Tracy. Tracy wraps it around the board up to Reckley, and Reckley tries to get it out, but kept in there by Petty. And now coming away with it is Reckley, and Tracy now with it. Drops it to Tracy. Tracy has nowhere to go with it, so he tries to drop it out front and loses the puck there to Flores. Flores now with it, works in it, throws it down low. It's going to go behind the line. Flores is able to gather the puck against Ryder McLeod. Tracy there with a good check and forces the turnover there to Randalls. Randalls tries to force it up, and it goes to Thomas, who is able to get to the blue line, but kept in there by Galvan, and takes a check there by by Reckley. At center ice, Petty comes away with it, and Petty takes a long out shot, and that one goes on net, but high. Hardy gloves that one down. Zalka now with it. And that puck comes out to center ice over to Warrington. Deering, and that's going to be blown down for a high stick. Well, it looks like the North Stars got a little bit more juice for the second period, playing a little bit harder here in the first couple minutes of this period, getting a couple opportunities and doing a good job of controlling the puck in the neutral zone. It's going to be Deering here against Yoder, and Yoder's going to win that face-off over to Cooper, and Cooper works it out. Tries to force it to the middle, but it's taken away there by Deering, kept in there by Zalka by his skate. But it comes out back to center ice over to Warrington. Now Renwick with it. And Renwick has that knocked off his stick by Everett May, and May gets the puck over to Alleman. Alleman shifts it up, and it's going to go all the way down the ice, but not far enough for an icing. That's Deering on the forecheck. Zalka plays it over to Warrington. Warrington works it down low. He's pestered there by Bartolome, and Bartolome doesn't know where it is. It's just sitting out in front there. Taken away there by Hogan. Now to Bartolome. Kept in there by Alleman. Alleman's going to hit the rolling puck, and it's going to go wide. That's Renwick there. Plays it up to Yoder. And Yoder's unable to catch that pass, so it's going to come to Everett May. And May's going to go all the way through everyone. He's going to try to skate through the entire defense as the Penguins change. And the Penguins are going to get everybody on the ice and maintain control of the puck. That's Kaidash there. He plays it over to May. May trying to find a teammate to pass to, and he momentarily gets Saw Devon. But Saw Devon loses it, but Gavin Robbins comes away with it, gives it over to Mazzola. Mazzola comes out wide and drops it down low to Saw Devon, who gives it back to Mazzola. Now Gavin Robbins comes in to help out, and it comes to Kaidash. Comes out to Robbins, and he loses the puck, and it's knocked back out to center ice, where Kaidash can go and gather around. Forwards changing here for the Stars. And the Penguins maintain control of the puck. That's Saw Devon coming in with it. Gives it up to Robbins. Robbins tries to throw it out in front, but he's going to lose that puck. Yoder throws it back behind the end line, and we will have icing here. Stoppage in play. It's only one shot in the period so far. That came from the North Stars. Penguins now lead in that department, 13-5. Tracy wins the faceoff, gives it over to Thomas. Thomas drops it off to Randles at the point and gives it back to Thomas. Thomas works it over to Tracy out in front. He tries to hit it out in front of the net. And there's open Reckley. Reckley shoots. And it's blocked away there by Laird. Glove down there by the Stars. Randles with it now. Passes it out in front. Hits Thomas. But Thomas loses the puck and it comes the other way. 3-on-2 for the Stars. But Tracy's coming back on defense, and that's going to be offside. Really exciting offensive chance there for the Penguins. They were able to find a little bit of open space and get a couple chances there offensively down in front of the net, but unable to put it past Laird. It looked like Thomas just had a little bit of a momentary hiccup in the catch of that pass, so he was unable to rip it right as soon as he got it, so allowed Laird to come back over and get in front of that pass, or get in front of that shot. But Thomas now has it, and he loses it to Indrea. Indrea plays it over to Park. Park's going to come out wide to the left and drop it off for McMichael. McMichael plays it back down low behind the net, and it's chased there by Tracy, and Tracy gives a little bit of a bump there, and it comes out to McLeod. McLeod has got Thomas. Thomas and McLeod going in together into the offensive zone. Thomas with it. Rip shot, and it's tipped and scored! Ryder McLeod knocks in the pass under the 5-hole of goaltender Laird. So it's going to be McLeod from Thomas at 10:37 of the second period. Penguins lead by a score of 2-0. Penguins win that face-off after the goal, and May plays it up to Hogan. Hogan at center ice maintains control and gets it over to Alleman. Alleman works it in down low, icing waved off there, chased by Deering, and he's going to get there. Deering's going to play it back over to Sod David. Bartolome gets it to Hogan. Hogan gets a shot, and it's kept out there. Whistle's going to stop that play. So the first minute after scoring a goal is usually the most important for both sides. If you're playing defensively, you want to make sure that you keep the other team that just scored away from your defensive zone to take a little bit of a pressure off. And if you're the team that scored, you want to keep that pressure going. And the Penguins are able to do that, and immediately getting a really good offensive chance immediately after scoring their second goal of the game. That's May there with it in his defensive zone. He's going to play it up, and it's going to come out. Thrown back in down low by Petty. Alleman gives chase there. Alleman with it now, gives it over to Bartolome. Bartolome is going to skate it out of the zone. He's going to go through everybody and lose the puck at the blue line. And it's chipped up there, but Bartolome comes away with it. Bartolome puts it out in front, and it comes on net, and it's gloved down there by Laird. We'd like to remind you, if you are in the YouTube chat, if you haven't already, we'd like to ask you to go ahead and subscribe and like the channel, like the video, so that you are aware and alerted every single time DJHA Penguins Hockey is live on YouTube. Also, if you are in the YouTube, we have the chat feature open, so give us a shout. Let us know where you're from. Cheer on your team. Let's let them hear you through the power of the internet. Gavin Robbins there on the faceoff wins it, but it's controlled there by Zalka for the North Stars. Comes in on side, and Kaidash steals it away and gives it over to Saw Devon. Saw Devon there in front of the North Stars bench, loses it to Galvan, and there's a 2-on-1 developing here. McLeod playing on defense, and Galvan is unable to get either a pass or a shot off, and so he goes behind the net and loses the puck to Kaidash. Kaidash gives it over to Saw Devon. Saw Devon has McLeod. It's going to be a 4-on-2 break for the Penguins. That's Mazzola. McLeod going in. McLeod with a tip shot, and there's another tip, and it is in. Scored on the rush. Penguins take a 3-0 lead. And I think it's going to be Mazzola on the goal, and it's going to come from McLeod and Saw Devon. Saw Devon skated it into the zone, passed it out for McLeod. McLeod tried to get another tip goal, just like the one he had like he had as the second goal for the Penguins. But he was unable to connect on that, and it went onto the stick of Mazzola. And Mazzola had an open net, and he just put it right past the outstretched pad of Laird. Penguins, once again, controlling the play and controlling this game pretty much all the way throughout. Thomas now with it, gets it over to Tracy. And Tracy loses the puck, but it's kept in there by Randalls, and Randalls is going to work it back down low. Tracy gives chase, throws it back behind the net, and it's taken away there by the Stars. And a pass almost picked off there in the defensive zone, but Renwick gets it out to Cooper, and Cooper gets a shot that's going to go wide. And taken there by Reckley, dropped off for May, and May is going to skate up with some speed. He's going to chip it up pass and give a check to the face of Ma. Knocked Ma down. And the Penguins maintain control of the puck. That's Reckley there with it. And it's chipped up over to the point to May. May gives it to Tracy, and Tracy's unable to gather that pass. Stars have a 3-on-2 here. McMichael sweeps it out wide, passes it out to Ma. Ma gets a shot, and it's tipped by Tracy behind the net. Tracy racks it up back over to the point, kept in there by Ma. Ma gets it to May. And Cooper is pretty much grabbing the head of Reckley and also grabbing the stick of Reckley. Reckley wants a call, but there's not going to be anything there. Reckley takes it away from Flores and works it down into the zone. We're going to have a stoppage and play, and that's going to be offside for the Penguins. So 7:34 remaining in the second period. Penguins dominating shots on goal and dominating the game 20-7 in that respect. And as we always say in these broadcasts, you can pretty much take a look at how the shots on goal are going, and it pretty much tells you how the game is going to be going. And with such a dominating performance, the Penguins completely controlling that measure and controlling the game as you would expect. Onside momentarily there for the Penguins, but it comes out to Park, and he gets it all the way down the ice, but loses it to Alleman in the defensive zone. Plays it to Deering. Deering chips it up, and that's going to be gloved there by, I think that's Dill is his name. No, Fall. Excuse me. Fall played it with his glove, so icing was waved off there. Stars looked like they had Andrea skating with a little bit of speed, but he pulled off a little bit, so they had to come back, and they're not going to be able to get any shots off here. Hogan plays it up to Bartolome, and Bartolome is going to be able to come in. He's going to shoot, and that's going to knock away by Petty. And there's a shot there by, we're going to see who that was, but there was a shot there on that rebound. That was Deering there on that second shot. So skated in nicely there by Bartolome, and he was able to get a shot off, and the rebound came onto the stick of Lucian Deering, and he was able to get a shot as well, but that was knocked away there by Laird. Face-off won and controlled there by the Penguins. Drops it off to Kaidash at the blue line. Kaidash throws it out in front, knocked away by the skate of McMichael. McMichael plays it up to Chu. Chu tries to get it out, but it's kept in there nicely by May. May works it over to Mazzola. And it comes away to McMichael. McMichael gets it out, and he tried to hit Polanski, but they were unable to connect, and so that will go all the way for an icing at 6:27 of the second period. Gavin Robbins going to take the face-off here, and we will have a stop. We're going to redo it again here. Looked like someone may have moved a little bit before the puck was dropped. They're going to throw out the North Stars player. They're going to throw away Yoder. And Zalka is able to win that away from Gavin Robbins. But the North Stars lose it right into the middle to Mazzola. Mazzola gets it to Saw Devon. Saw Devon plays it to May. May gets a rip shot, and it's gloved down there by Laird, and we will have another stoppage in play. We will do it all over again. Not much on that shot. Pretty much he was able to see it. It was a little bit of a parabolic shot. Went up in the air and came straight down with not a whole lot of power, so pretty easy little save there for Laird. We're going to have Robbins against Flores here on the faceoff. And that one is won there by Flores and played up to Galvan. Galvan gets it to Oganaya at center ice, and Oganaya throws it back down low. And it's taken there by Zalka, and Zalka gets crushed by May in the back, and he goes down hard into the boards. No call going to be made there. Going to come away with it is Mazzola. Mazzola gets it over to Saw Devon. And on the backside, Flores gave Mazzola a little bit of a bump there. So both teams trying to throw a little bit of weight around in this game. May with it. Throws it out to center, but it's taken away there by Zalka. Corbin Zalka with it. Looks over his options. Plays it up to Flores. Flores gets it up to Galvan. Galvan's going to skate it in, but it's going to be taken away there by Tracy. Tracy chips it up, and he's going to give chase. Zalka playing back on defense. Goes and gathers the puck. Throws it up to Warrington. Warrington tries to get it to Galvan, and Galvan comes away with it, but Penguins have three players back on defense, and so no harm there. Thomas now with it. That's played with a high stick, but it's going to be touched there by Reckley, so high sticking waved off. Flores skates it in, and he's got Galvan with it. Flores sweeps out wide, shot, and it's knocked away there by Hardy. Galvan now with it, back behind the net. He's going to try to look and find Flores out in front, but he's going to drop it to the point. And that's going to be taken away there by McLeod. Now Reckley with it. And it's going to be another 4-on-2 break if they hurry. There's Tracy, and Tracy and Thomas go offside. Tracy was just a little bit out in front, and Charlie Thomas couldn't gather the puck and pull it back and get it back onside. So we will have a face-off here outside of the zone. And it's going to be Deering for the Penguins, and Deering's going to win it back. And it's going to go all the way back where Everett May will gather and collect and look for his options. He's going to play it up to Deering, and Deering's going to play it over to Bartolome. Bartolome at center tries to hit Deering, but they were a little bit too close, so there was no spacing there. That's going to be offside for the North Stars. .420 remaining in the period. Penguins lead by a score of 3-0. Bartolome with it. And he tries to come in the zone, and he's able to get in, and Deering gives a hit to Griffin. And the puck comes out to Bartolome at center ice, taken away there by Deering. Throws it back into the offensive zone. It's taken away there by the Stars. But gathering it back is Bartolome. Bartolome gets it to Hogan, and Hogan drops it off for Deering. And there were too many Stars there, so it's going to come away for McKinney. They're going to try to shoot it in, but Alleman's two legs were just a little bit too big for that shot. Blocks it out in front. Hogan now is going to have the puck. He's got May if he can hit him, but they were unable to connect on that. May was going for a tip-in goal, but Hogan was unable to pass it through two defenders there for the Stars. There's a pass. They tried to connect on that, but turned away for the Stars. That's Renwick with it. Renwick loses it to Robbins, and Robbins works it down low and goes and chases. Penguins going to change their forwards and defense. Kaidash now on, and Kaidash keeps it in. And it goes back behind the net, sitting out in front of the goal. No one got on it, and Mazzola has it on his stick. He's going to shoot, and it's blocked away. Shot again, and knocked down and gloved by Laird. Wow, that was a dangerous opportunity. If the Penguins had had someone sitting on the back door, they would have a wide open net. It was kind of surprising. Neither the defender nor Laird decided to play that puck as it bounced off the inboard and came right out through the crease and was sitting out in front of the net. Penguins jumped on that, but just a little bit too slow to be able to get a wide open shot. Penguins win that face-off over to McLeod. McLeod gets a rip shot, and it is gloved down there by Laird. So we will do it all over again once more. Robbins now on the face-off against, I believe that's Cooper. And the North Stars win that one and come away with it. But a turnover at the blue line. Robbins skates it back into his zone, plays it over to Kaidash. Kaidash drops it up to Saw Devon. Saw Devon gathers the puck, and it is out to Kaidash. And then over to McLeod. McLeod tries to backhand it, but can't connect on that shot or that pass. But he gathers the puck either way, comes away with it, and throws it up to Saw Devon, who tips it up to Robbins, and Robbins loses the puck at the blue line. That one's thrown all the way down, and it's not going to go for icing, so Hardy's going to come out and play it up to Kaidash. And he loses it there to Fall. Fall plays it back and tries to center it out in front, but it comes away to Tracy, and Tracy has a 3-on-2 along with Thomas and Mazzola. Tracy comes out wide, passes out in front, and it's sitting out in front of net. And Mazzola's unable to get the backhand on that one, so he drops it back to Randalls. Randalls over to May. May walks in, rip shot, tipped out in front by Thomas. Thomas gets a shot off, knocked away there by the glove and blocker of Laird. Big hit there by Petty. Thomas now with it, drops it back over to Randalls. Randalls now with it, plays it down low over to Thomas. Thomas drops it down low. And there's a hit there by Reckley, and then Reckley gets hit by Park, and there's going to be the first power play of the game. It's going to be the Stars going to go off for I guess it's going to be a cross check. Not quite sure what that signal was. Kind of in the middle of a high stick and a cross check. But it's going to be Park. 2 minutes for cross checking. And he just cleared Charlie Thomas out in the back right on the board. So that was almost like the first one that really probably should have been called. But that one, the referee decided, yeah, we're going to make that one. That one's going to be big enough, and we're going to send the Penguins on the 2-minute power play with 1:30 remaining in the period. So if the Penguins are unable to score here in the second, they will start the third period with 30 seconds of power play time, but hopefully we will see a goal here in the next minute 30. Tracy now with it. Tries to hit Hogan, but Hogan tries to play with a backhand and loses it. And it goes over to McLeod, and McLeod loses at the blue line. No pressure on him. You don't really like to see that. McLeod gathers his own turnover. Now McLeod at center ice gives it to May. May throws it up to Mazzola. Mazzola sweeps it out wide and gathers it, drops it for Tracy. Tracy throws it down low to Mazzola, who works it behind the net. And that's going to be taken away there by Hogan. Hogan now with it, gives it to Tracy. Tracy wraps it around over to May. May with a shot, and it is tipped and goes out wide. Stars jump on it with Warrington. Hogan keeps it in. Mazzola comes in to help. And Mazzola comes away with it. He looks off, and May with it with a rip shot, and it's blocked out in front by Griffin. Low shot by May. He was in a beautiful shooting position, but he was just unable to get anything on that. Tracy with it, with a rip shot, and that's blocked away there by Laird. 25 seconds remaining in the period. Tracy now. Tracy gives it over to Robbins. A Robbins shot. It's blocked away there by Laird. So doing a really good job on the power play. A lot of opportunities and a lot of really high-quality shots here for the Penguins. So far in the first 45 seconds of this power play, there are going to be 45 more, but only 16 in the period. And the Penguins will have to hurry if they're going to want to score their fourth goal of the game before the horn sounds. Reckley unable to come away with it, so Park steers it out. And he plays it up, and it's taken away there by Robbins. Robbins gives it to Kaidash. There's 5 seconds remaining. They're going to need to shoot. Charlie Thomas with a shot, and it's blocked out by Robbins. And, the referee blows the whistle, and the final horn sounds for the second period. And so after 2 periods of play, your score, Penguins 3, North Stars 0. We will be back in just a few moments with the third period from McKinney. We are back, and you kind of wonder if maybe the long layoff, you always kind of have a fear when you have long 2 to 3 week layoffs like this, if your team's going to come out a little bit flat. And it looks like that monster is coming up and biting the North Stars here in this game, really not getting any sort of quality opportunities. Only 8 shots on goal, and I believe probably only about 1 or 2 of them were shots of any kind of quality. So really kind of coming out flat are the North Stars. The Penguins, you kind of saw that in their scrimmage against the 08 Stars Elite right after New Year's, and then also in the game on Wednesday came out a little bit flat against the Warriors. And so the same thing happening for the North Stars. And there's a play out in front. Reckley tries to knock it in on the power play. 5 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Penguins. And it looks like the North Stars are going to be able to successfully kill this one off as Paliansky skates away with it and takes it out. And they are at full strength now. That shot was blocked out in front, and Reckley's going to come away with it. Reckley plays it down low and goes off for a change. Laird gathers the puck and drops it off. Oh, and there's a dangerous pass. Tracy went and gathered that one. North Stars tried to drop it off for another skater, but Tracy was able to get that momentarily. But it comes away to Flores, and Flores gets a shot that goes way too high. Paliansky now with it at the point. And Tracy gathers it and throws it out to center where Petty's going to gather it. Petty gives it over to Paliansky. And Tracy gets a shot from Petty there. Bartolome now with it at the blue line. He's going to play it up to Tracy. Tracy at the red line is going to throw it in on net. And Laird's going to gather the puck and play it over to his teammate. Now Alleman has it at the blue line. Alleman works it out in front and tries to get a tip by Tracy. And it's stopped there by Laird. 13-19. remaining in the third period, and the Penguins have 33 shots in this game to 8 for the North Stars. So just what we were talking about, coming out absolutely flat is McKinney in this game, and you kind of, if you're a Penguins fan, you like to see that. If you are a North Stars fan, you really hate to see it because really not giving a whole lot of effort from the team in yellow tonight. Absolutely being dominated by the Penguins tonight. That's Oganayan with it. Oganayan comes out wide. He gets a shot, and that's going to go wide of the net, but it's going to be gloved there by Hardy. Played over to Saw Devon. Saw Devon's got Robbins and Mazzola with two defenders back, and Saw Devon's going to be able to get past him. And Saw Devon's shot and tipped by Robbins. It goes wide. Now Mazzola with it, steers around, tries to play it out in front, gets it over to Randalls. Randalls looks over his options, plays it behind the net, over to Robbins. Robbins is pestered there by Zalka. And it comes away to Saw Devon. Saw Devon plays it over to Robbins. Robbins gives it over to Mazzola. Mazzola tries to go from behind the net out in front, but loses the puck, but gets it over to McLeod. McLeod out in the middle gets a shot, and that's tipped away there by Zalka and goes wide. Saw Devon gathers it, plays it over to Randalls, and that's just a little bit too wide. And here's going to be a breakaway here for the North Stars. And there's a shot knocked away there by Hardy. Puck comes out in the middle, and it's taken away there by the Penguins. So a breakaway shot steered away there by Kellen Hardy. Good job in net knocking that puck away. It goes over to Robbins. Robbins plays it up into the zone for Bartolome. Bartolome stops and comes back, gathers the puck, gets a shot off. It's going to go wide and stop there by Laird. Laird gloved it and it came away to Hogan. Hogan tried to go backhand to forehand and get that shot off. Deering now with it over to Randalls. Randalls gets a shot and that's knocked down there by Laird. Penguins are flying in this game, getting almost every opportunity and getting a whole lot of shots on net, really making Laird work in this game. If there's one thing you might want to see them improve, though, is a little bit more power on their shots from the blue line. It kind of seems like, I mean, they're getting open and they're getting opportunities, but the shots are kind of just like floating up and then dropping right in front of the net instead of going in with any sort of power from the blue line. And, of course, these kids are only 13 years old, and so that power is going to come. But if there's one thing you'd really like to see the Penguins work on is a little bit more muscle on those blue line shots and really get some mustard on those. There's a couple players that can do it. Deering and May and McLeod definitely are a couple of them that you see a lot of those hard shots from the blue line. And you'd like to see the Penguins do a little bit more of that in this game. And there's the aforementioned Everett May now with it, working down below back below the North Stars net. And that comes away to Bartolome, and Bartolome feeds it out in front, taken away that by the Stars, but played over to Kaidash. Kaidash works it over, plays it over to May. May's going to walk in, gets a slap shot that goes low and wide, goes over to Kaidash on the other blue line. Kaidash plays it to Reckley. Reckley's out in front if he can get to it. Now it goes over to Bartolome. Bartolome gives it over to May. May rips shot and into the chest of goaltender Laird. 10:39 remaining in the period. Shots on goal, 36-10 in favor of the Penguins. So a fairly lackluster game, and in such an affair, we definitely like to encourage. If you are in the chat, give us a shout. Let us know that you're there. We'd like to hear from you. Kind of a back and forth game a little bit here, pretty much controlled by the Penguins. That's McLeod, plays it over to Alleman. Alleman gets it over to Thomas. Thomas chips it up the board and loses it to Ma, but Ma's unable to control it, and Reckley pesters him on the forecheck. Reckley gathers it, and he's going to try to hit Thomas, but they're unable to connect. Ma's going to come away with it, and he's going to skate with speed down the left side. Oh, that's Flores. Flores gets away from Alleman and gets a shot off, but it's stopped there by Hardy. So Alleman got caught a little bit flat-footed and allowed Flores to skate in with some speed right on the net, but Hardy was up to the task and leans on that far post and is unable, closes off any opening that Flores might have had to make that shot go in. Robbins there on the draw, loses that one. It comes away and comes out of the zone, but Ma gathers the puck and throws it up to Flores. Flores now with it. Comes out wide, shot there, knocked away there by Hardy. Now to Alleman. Alleman fighting there against Flores. Has Robbins on him, and that puck comes out in front, but it comes away to Mazzola. And Mazzola now with it, skating at center ice. No one's going to contest him, so he's going to walk it all the way in. Drops it down low and loses the puck down behind the net, and it's going to come away to Warrington. Warrington plays it up to one of his teammates, and that comes back to Warrington. There's two players down behind the net. There's Chu. Chu gets a shot off, but it's blocked out in front. Puck sitting out in the hash mark area, and it comes away to the Penguins. Saw Devon now with it. Saw Devon drops it down low. Icing waved off there. Zalka goes back and retrieves it. Zalka plays it over to Park, and Park's going to come away with a little bit of speed. He's pestered there, and there's going to be a slashing here going against the Penguins. With 8:44 remaining in the third period, the Penguins are going to go off 2 minutes for slashing, and that's going to be, is it going to be Hogan or is it going to be Bartolome? Well, maybe they're not going to call a penalty. They're just going to call that offside. Well, that was surprising. It looked like there was a clear slash, and the referee had his arm up, but apparently it was just an arm up for an offside, so no penalty there. Chu now with it for the Stars. And at center ice, gets it over to Park. Park gets a rip shot steered wide by Hardy. Puck sitting there, but May doesn't see it, but he goes for the check instead. May eventually jumps on it, throws it up to the point, and it's kept in there by Petty. Now it comes out. It tried to hit Bartolome, but Petty knocked it away with his skate. It comes to Bartolome. Bartolome gets a shot that's knocked away there by Laird. North Stars coach calling for the team to ice it, but they can't get it out. It goes over to McLeod. McLeod works it, and he loses it to Petty, but gets it right back and throws it over to Tracy. Tracy's got Reckley. Tracy's shot goes off the crossbar, and it comes out to Randalls. Randalls with a shot tipped out there by Tracy. Tracy works it down low over to Bartolome. Bartolome is going to throw it back to McLeod at the point. McLeod's going to walk in, pass it over to Bartolome. Bartolome is going to miss on that shot, and it's going to come out to the North Stars to Oganayan. And Oganayan gets checked there by Reckley, and the puck steered right back in by Tracy. But the North Star is going to come away with it. Palyansky with it, takes a little bit of a check there by Tracy. And Reckley gathers the puck and gets it over to Thomas. Thomas dumps it down low. Reckley there on the forecheck, forces a turnover, shot, and another shot out wide, knocked away there by Laird. 40 shots on net for the Penguins, so they are absolutely peppering Laird. And he's actually done a fairly good job for the number of shots that he's had to face in this game. Made a couple quality saves, really keeping the North Stars in this game. Could be much worse than 3-0. Oganayan plays it up and out, but it's taken away there by Mazzola. And it goes over to Thomas. Thomas loses it to Oganayan, and there's a scrum there over on the boards, and it's going to come away with it is McMichael. McMichael sweeps out wide. He's got McLeod on him. McLeod goes for a little bit of a bump. And there's a good shoulder there, dropped down to somebody by Tracy. McLeod gathers the puck there. He's going to throw it over to Kaidash. Kaidash is unable to catch that hot pass, so it goes over to Thomas. Thomas tries to work it up, but it's kept in there by McMichael. McMichael sweeps out and gets a shot. It's going to go wide. Behind the net there. And McMichael gathers it in the corner and plays it up to the middle. Played back over, and McLeod's going to come away with it now. He's going to play it up, and it's going to be kept in there by Galvan. And Galvan gathers it. He's going to look and try to hit someone at the point. He's going to try to hit somebody, and he eventually does get it over to Ma. Ma takes a shot, and that's blocked out there by Thomas. But the puck comes out to Zalka. Zalka gets a shot. That's blocked by Kaidash. Thomas comes away with it, gives it over to May. May's going to slow it down and look over some options. He's going to try to hit Mazzola, but they were unable to connect on that pass, and so it's going to come back in the zone. Right out in front, there's 5 Penguins sitting right out in front of the hash mark, so they're going to try to go into that zone. Penguins are going to steer them away every single time. They're going to have numbers back right in front of the net. And that's exactly where the Stars are trying to go. There's a wide shot there by Griffin, knocked away there by Hardy. Robbins plays it up to Saw Devon as the defenders change for the North Stars. Saw Devon plays that a little bit too far for himself, and so it comes away over to McMichael. McMichael gets a shot, and that goes wide, but into the glove of Kellen Hardy. 4:52 remaining in the game. Penguins leading by a score of 3-0. Face-off one there by Deering over to McLeod. McLeod plays it up to Hogan. Hogan gets it up to Bartolome, who's going fast. Bartolome plays it over to Deering, but a little bit too far. Deering plays it back down low and gets bumped and loses the puck. And so it comes out the other way to Cooper. Cooper loses it to Hogan at center ice. Hogan's taken down, no call there. Probably not going to get a whole lot of those questionable calls here by leading by 3-0. Referees are going to let them play through that. Yoder now with it, loses it at center ice to Alleman. Alleman gathers it and throws it down low. Deering on the forecheck there against Zalka. Zalka plays it off his own net. That's a dangerous decision there. Deering going to go back behind the net and gather it, plays it out in front over to Bartolome. Bartolome gets it and tried to hit Reckley, but that was knocked away there by Warrington. Warrington now with it. Throws it up to Cooper. Cooper's got Yoder, and he's going to take the shot. That's going to be blocked by Alleman. Played up to Reckley. Reckley hits Thomas at center ice. Thomas sweeps it out wide. He's going to lose the puck to a Cooper momentarily, but get it over to Tracy. Tracy gets taken down there. And the puck comes away to the North Stars. Thomas forces a turnover there. Yoder now with it. Now Thomas gets it up to Reckley. Reckley's got one guy to beat, and he's unable to do it. Puck sitting in the middle where Petty is able to take it away. May and Petty skating fast over for the puck, and May is going to win that race. Petty plays it down low where it's taken away by Randalls. Randalls gives it over to Thomas. 3 minutes remaining in the period. Thomas cross-ice pass over to Mazzola. Mazzola tries to get past the defender and unable to do so. A little shot goes on Laird, but it's play on. Laird decided to keep playing it. And so a shot by Randalls goes behind the net, gathered there by Mazzola. Coming away with it for the Stars is Flores. Flores has got Saw Devon on him. He's got a lot of speed. He's going to get a shot, and that's going to be gloved down there by Hardy. Well, you kind of feel like the game continues to go as it's been going for the previous 45 to 50 minutes. The Penguins should come away here. It should pretty much just about be over. Even if the North Stars are able to score here, the lead's probably pretty insurmountable for the way they've been playing tonight. And the Penguins looking to guarantee that outcome as Mazzola keeps it in the zone, and he tries to play it over to Kaidash, but that's blocked away there by Indrea. Indrea has Mazzola on him. Robbins forces it down low. And that comes away to Flores, and he's got a lot of speed. He's been skating really fast this entire game, really keeping the Penguins. Ooh, and there's a big hit. Flores really keeping the Stars in this game, and there was a big shot there. I think that was Mazzola or Saw Devon that gave Flores a real big hit. Fall now with it. Loses it over to Mazzola, who gives it over to Saw Devon. Saw Devon's unable to connect with that pass and loses it to Ma. Ma gets it up to Indrea, who works it into the zone. Now back to Fall. Now to Indrea. And Kaidash comes away with it, throws it up to the point, and it is kept in there by Flores. And now Kaidash with it. Kaidash plays it up to Deering. Deering unable to catch that pass, but he's going to get the hit instead and force the turnover down to May in the defensive zone. Everett May with it now. May is going to skate through the entire defense, and he's going to go all the way down low with the puck, sweep out wide, and Open for the shot, but unable to connect on that. We're the Penguins. Laird doesn't have his goal stick. He gathers it there as the North Stars force it down low. Bartolome chases on the back check and throws it back to Chu. Chu's wide open. Chu with a shot that goes high. 40 seconds remaining in the game. Hogan now with it. Hogan plays it down low and goes off for a change. 30 seconds remaining as the Penguins change offense and defense here. Warrington with it. Warrington plays it to Chu. Chu's unable to catch that pass, but there's a shot. It goes very wide. Alleman with it, plays it up to Bartolome, and Bartolome in 15 seconds and a look, he's got a lane, and he shoots it, and it's knocked away there by Laird. Reckley gathers it with 10 remaining. Back to Deering behind the net. Deering with it. Deering drops it down low, and 2 seconds and 1, and the Penguins have emerged victorious over the McKinney North Stars tonight by a score of 3-0. Shutout for Kellen Hardy on 17 shots. Penguins were able to get 3 goals on 43. Just trying to check the schedule to see when we will be back with you. Of course, the next full game is going to be the President's Day tournament from Phoenix, and we will not be broadcasting from Phoenix. So the next time that we will see you, we'll be back against these same North Stars on January 23rd at 6 o'clock from Plano. And so as the Penguins are able to emerge victorious tonight, 3-0, we will sign off for now and wish you a wonderful evening and have a great weekend. For those of you going to Arizona, have a safe trip, and we hope to see the Penguins come away with a good result in that tournament. So for all of the Penguins fans, friends, and broadcast team, we will wish you a good night.